Metro Manila is immense. It almost defies the imagination to realize how big it actually is. Take a look at some of the views from the corporate offices here in the city. We're also going to take a look at a number of different lifestyle elements here in the metro, starting with work.
Alright, you did not get me at the best of time. It's like 9:30 on a Sunday morning. This is the call center. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. But now the project is pretty much finished. We're ready for implementation. Delivery to client. 450 seats. This is big time business in Manila. Consulting is huge. That was one area, right? Oh, here's another area. Every single desk, data enabled. These guys are all ready to go. Look at that. Clean. If you have any idea how much money went into turning this from a complete shell into an absolute 450 seat BPO data center. You want to talk consulting? Give me a call. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's been 12 years working BPO in Manila, Philippines, these insane conference rooms that overlook Metro Manila from the 40th, 50th, 60th floor kind of thing. And you just don't get that in the US. I mean, maybe in some places you do, but for me, you're working in some little corporate center, it's 2-3 stories max. You just don't get the majesty. You just don't feel that whole professional level vibe, on top of the world vibe like you do in Manila. That's what I love. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm doing something big, Top of the world, baby.
In this video, you'll be provided with an opt-out link in accordance with the Data Privacy Act. Because we publish content filmed in public areas, you may appear incidentally in the video. You have the right to fill out the form to have your image obscured from appearing in the content. One of the staples of lifestyle in Metro Manila is the iconic jeepney. This is pretty much how everybody gets around, and it's only about 8 to 12 pesos per ride. Your other option for local transportation is the tricycle. Tooling around on this bad boy is like being in the Batmobile sidecar. It'll set you back about 40 to 60 pesos per ride. But there really are so many modern lifestyle elements to living in the metro. And one of the things that foreigners love is the nightlife. Karaoke is definitely king in Manila, but there are plenty of places where you could just grab the mic, get up on the stage, and rock it out live. We'll get back to the nightlife later in this video, but don't forget for 1 second, the great thing about the Philippines is that you can jump off to an amazing island destination just about any time you want. Domestic travel is getting a little bit more expensive here, but it's still relatively cheap, especially if you know how to go.
We'll take a moment to break down Bonifacio Global City. It's got just a few prominent areas, one of which being Market. This is where you catch the jeepneys if you're one of these Filipino call center BPO workers working here in the fantastic BPO zone that Bonifacio Global City is. But you got to get back home to your barangay, your village, your phase, because this is an expensive place to live, and I would say 85% of the people that work here do not live here. So Market's going to be your most Pinoy or your most local vibe element of BGC. This is a cool Jeep. Check this out. Again, you're gonna find your most Filipino level eateries and stalls in here. As far as the food courts go, almost all Filipino. Closest you're gonna get to a local gulay market is here, also in Marca Market. You're not gonna see this kind of stuff in any other Bonifacio Global City malls. Marca Market is at the top of the Surrender Walk, which is the beginning of High Street. High Street is a completely different section of Bonifacio Global City that leads down to Forbestown, yet a third section that we're going to talk about. Uptown being the last, and I would kind of say that Marca Market, along with SM Aura, which is right here, which is probably the premier mall in BGC, would be considered downtown. It's also, for the most part, one of the older parts of BGC. I'm pretty sure Marca Market is the oldest mall here.
I always thought SM Aura kind of looked a little bit like a space station. Bonifacio Global City is the premier city of the Philippines, what I call the urban staycation vibe zone. This is a lifestyle walking city. It has everything you need. You never have to leave the staycation vibe zone. You definitely don't need a car to live here. A lot of times we're working overnight for BPO, but that leaves a lot of time for normal day-to-day stuff.
Say hello to my little friend. It's almost time for Christmas, as you can see here. Because Christmas is practiced like literally 4 or 5 months out of the year in the Philippines. Ridiculous. These are the brown bears. This one is very cute and very sweet. And this one is pretty damn cute, but incredibly neurotic and I don't know, has emotional issues. But this little pup, I mean, he's so, really? Oh, look at you. I mean, how could you not love that little puppy? It's not like you haven't seen Royal here on the channel before, but I'm telling you, tonight, it's gonna be next level because it is the 10th anniversary of Royal Club. This is the original chaos machine, the partyverse here in Pinay and Makati, and tonight is going to be no exception. Let's roll on in and take a look.
Congratulations to Club Royal. You have made it 10 years, an entire decade in Pinay and Makati, where bars and clubs and restaurants open and close left and right. Sometimes they don't even last a year, and you made it a decade. And there's a reason for that. And we're going to talk about all that right now. I remember my first time in Club Royal, probably about 10 years ago. I said, look, I'm not coming back to this place because the music is so loud, my pants were literally vibrating. Giving out gifts to the VIPs, a limited edition 10-year anniversary custom Royal flask. Now that is taking care of your customers. It's actually hard to get a flask in Manila. Royal just has a great energy. I say it's just a little dark, it's definitely a little wild, and it's got that fantastic ratio, which is always more girls than guys. But here's the rub, and some guys want that kind of rub. Because a lot of foreigners come to this club, you're also going to get a lot of freelancers. For some guys, that's perfect. It's like being a kid in a candy shop. But for others, it's a little frustrating, because they really want the thrill of the chase. Don't get me wrong, people from all walks of life roll in here. Accountants, nurses, BPO workers. Like I said, this is the partyverse. This is where people come to have a good time. And I'm not gonna lie, this is where they come to get lucky. I was kind of digging the Disco Dr. Doom vibe. This was like the Christoph version, if you know what I'm saying. Some nights, we just like to roll with one of these cocktail tables. Especially when I'm out with guys like Chad from CB Media and some of my other bros. Because when you're right down in the mix, it is just so much easier to mingle than being tucked away at one of the more exclusive VIP tables. Because this is the place to be, and because it's a special event, you're always going to have friends you know that are going to be rolling through, and that makes that wingman game so much easier. The champagne is definitely going to be flowing on a night like tonight. You're going to have everybody that's anybody in here going big time baller. Coinciding with the 10th anniversary is the grand opening of Last Call. And Last Call is Royal's After Hours Club. It's super convenient because when the party winds down at Royal around 3 or 4 a.m., all you have to do is head downstairs. We're going to get a look at Last Call a little later in this video. Last Call had its soft opening a couple of months ago, so it's been up and running. Tonight, the grand opening, and it's totally jumping off in this spot. One of the great things that sets this after hours bar apart is that there's no cover charge ever. No consumable fee for a table. You can just roll in, throw down at a table, grab a beer, and do your thing. Sign up to play pool. You can even smoke cigars in this joint. It's also great that if you have any leftover alcohol or even food from your table upstairs at Royal, you can just bring it down here. Or if you're partying at Royal anytime during the night, you can just stop in here, have a quick smoke, bring your drink down. It's all good. And just like any other after hours club in Manila, this place is going to be pumping way past sunrise, probably till like 9 a.m. Of course, they're going to do bottle service, but if you just want to roll with a cocktail or a couple of beers, you're good to go too. A lot of foreigners do frequent this club, but that doesn't just mean Americans and Western guys. There are a ton of different types of beautiful women in Manila that want to party that are not Filipinas. There's always extra content with no ads or censorship for members-only videos. Like I said, in Manila, after-hours clubs are always going to be jam-packed. There's all kinds of action that goes on and deals that are sealed before 2 a.m. But after hours is a spot where all the real hookups happen. Aw, how sweet. We're holding hands. But, like I said, it's after 3 a.m. where the magic happens. This is when you're going to make your serious love connection. This is why girls wear shades to the club, because they get to that point where they're like, you know what, I just need to take a little bit of a nap, but technically you're not allowed to pass out in the club. So they just kind of sit there and look like they're chilling, and they got their shades on, so yeah, no one can really tell. You have no idea from sitting and watching what's going on in the club that the sun has actually been up for hours. It's Manila, baby. There's nothing else like it.
Good morning, Eric.
Oh my God, good
wanna be
morning
the boss.
indeed. Oh, goddess.
Always.
The rest of that conversation was a little bit too private for public YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me and watching along on this look into Philippines lifestyle. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you liked about it, and definitely subscribe for much more coming up from fantastic Metro Manila and the Philippines. Take a look at some of the cards that popped up during this video for other playlists and lifestyle elements in the Philippines, and also take a look at the links in the video description below to check out all of the perks for channel membership. Always uncensored, extra content, no advertising every week for members only.